Okay, thank you very much to the organizer for the third summit and for accepting this proposal. Special thanks to Wimbalder Glass, Torregon, and Everaldo Regia for the closest exchange. Also, my gratitude to the referees for the opportunity to learn. As you can see, the proposal is titled Leaving Our Comfort Zone, a proposal to co-create appropriation in media art archive for the sustainable future. This article presents ideas, proposal, and strategy to renew a sustainable way the creative involvement and appropriation of the content of online digital archives dedicated to media art. Under the premise of multilingual open access repository with the interaction in collaborative and co-creative networks, a training program is presented in context of Anisha Cultural Latin America Europa in Uruguay, aimed at future teachers of primary and secondary education at the local level and the Spanish-speaking region. This article also proposed two ideas to be developed by ISEA Archives. First is to present a project to UNESCO to declare the ISEA Archives as a digital world heritage of humanity. And the second one to study how the concept of digital value can be used to preserve the contents of the Connecting Archives project. In the introduction, I would like to mention as a trend that the training of future teachers is not always directly linked to areas of innovation, let alone new media arts. In general, teacher training in art for children and adolescents focuses on traditional areas. Specific teacher training in art and technology is rare, and even less it is focused on transdisciplinary perspectives in art, science, technology, and society. Another asymmetry that makes it difficult to learn about new media art and its history or legacy is that most of the archives and repositories are in English, making it difficult to other audiences such as Spanish-speaking people. Okay, where we are in the framework or is Cultural Ring, a network of co-creation and collaboration in art, science, technology, and society through internet. It is a project distributed in all countries in Uruguay, not restricted to an only institution. The people from all the provinces in Uruguay have been participating in more than 10 years of trajectory. In the article, I described the intertwining of some activities related to the new media art. And considering this context, I designed the international training program, New Media for Teachers, to 2020-22. Okay. You are working in this moment the keyword that describe the synthesis of actions developed. In May 2020, the training program was launched to coincide with the 5th International Congress on Education and New Media in an online modality under the topic New Media Heritage. Related to this theme, I would like to share a brief quote supporting the concept. Says, this space could be mentioned as its heritage, such as the creative approach and its educational legacy. A heritage in transit, as its own transformation enables it to be a permanent novelty. Thanks to an initiative of expanded collaboration, it was possible to count on international reference who enriched the program, the exchange, and the reflections of the 2 days of Congress with online attendees from the Latin America region, Europe, and the United States. In the article, you can read more deeply about that. The participants were, in a summary, more than 250 teachers training the students who participate directly, actively, and producing theoretical content and creative projects. More than 350 students attending in online lectures or outreach activities. And also more than 500 attendees from the Spanish-speaking region have participated in online activities synchronously. Back into the figure, we can ask about what kind of appropriation was made into the training program. From there, the student generated content creatively, produced theoretical essays, linking to the author of the courses and the contents of the Congress together with the theoretical materials related to the lectures connecting the curricular courses. For instance, the curricular courses and then with an online party of technologically mediated art education, where the teacher training the student presented the theoretical projects and practical creations on media art. In addition, as outstanding contributions, several of the artists and theorists involved were online during the students' presentations, such as Royasco, Bucosir, Diana Dominguez, Maurice Beragnon, Monica Fleischmann, and Wolfgang Strauss, Graciela Tacchini, Edward Schanken, among others, who made comments to the students, criticism, contribution, and congratulation on the work they had done. Others highlighted activities were Kawaguchi's lecture from Japan and the series of McLuhan Legacy with Andrew McLuhan, Derek Delcarco, Paolo Granata, etc. Here. After this collaborative endeavor, the result is an online repository on new media art, multilingual, and balance between artists, theorists, and managers of media art at local level in Uruguay, in the Latin America region, and with global reference. We have built in a lot of actions to concrete, such as pedagogical notes, guide handbook, proceedings, etc., and to concrete a lot of invitations pending with important reference, etc., etc. But I would like to point out the sustainability strategy this training program proposal aims to bridge the English language gap, raise awareness and train audiences, the future teachers, who will teach future generations in primary and secondary school, who are the formative matrix of society. I would like to mention the concept that Alfredo Ronchi said, the human factor is essential to keep inside for e-culture, e-services, e-government, etc., for a proper balance between multiple stakeholders. It established the media art legacy contents in the main core for the formation of the future human skills, so coveted as a fundamental requirement for the future working life. And therefore, this legacy needs to be included in the primary and the secondary educational stages in order to promote basic digital skill in people, indispensable for the so-called productive sector of society. Okay, future work on media art archives. From our perspective, we consider that the online repository of the training program should interact with ISEA Archives. For this reason, we propose to ISEA Archives a collaborative partnership to be included in the next edition in the training program 2024-26, with a series of online lectures to train future teachers on the basis of two questions. What is a media art archives and how to use media art archives? Another proposal to be launched at the same training conference is to include a category in the e-culture awards organized by Anicha Cultural Uruguay with an award to pedagogical innovation in e-culture using the contents of ISEA Archives, based on collaboration and co-creation aimed at primary and secondary educational stages as the target audience. This is e-culture award will be open to global participation, considering the international artists that are in the archives, more than 5 miles evaluated artists, for instance, in other archives, and into the Connecting Archive project. This enormous dimension can be seen in the Secret World Map, for instance. All of these are directly linked with the concept of digital heritage and of digital preservation by UNESCO Digital Heritage. ISEA Archives has a profound basis for being considered as the world's digital cultural heritage of humanity. This deserves recognition to be helped to bridge the gap that's mentioned in Mitchell and other plus, as the problem remains that ISEA Archives are separated and unconnected to other affiliated organizations that data collection. For this reason, I propose the 2 ideas, as I mentioned before, to present a project to UNESCO to declare the ISEA Archives as a digital world heritage of humanity, and the second one to study how the concept of digital vellum, coined by Pinton Cerf, can be used to preserve the content of Connecting Archives projects. The closer horizon, it is also necessary to add that this is a global digital cultural heritage at risk. Pinton Cerf mentioned that if we don't move now, we risk losing all the data we have created in the 21st century. Cerf proposed the solution with the digital vellum concept, capturing the digital environment of the files where created are interpreted as music or images or text or video games or anything else can be reproduced in the distant future. In the technical presentation, Cerf included in the article, Cerf especially details the contribution of the digital vellum for the archives and how to work with them from a technical point of view and the human challenges for research and collaborative and cooperative networking. Finally, a proposal and 2 ideas were put forward as a contribution to ISEA Archives, as you can check. And finally, I would like to point out why UNESCO declaration worked with proposals that are submitted for consideration. It is true that UNESCO has delayed this type of heritage declaration. So it could be a good opportunity to demonstrate that the production that media art archives host today have had a pioneering profile since their beginning, and also now have a pioneering profile for their conservation, moving the main cultural institution at a global level here in Paris. Thank you so much for your attention.